Right now, everyone, buckle up because things are going to get messy, like reality TV. Producers taking notes. A messy young doctor just blew the lid off a scandal so outrageous and shameless that even the love and hip-hop cameras couldn't capture this level of betrayal. And when I say receipts were dropped, I mean that the jock didn't just spill the tea. He threw the whole pot, kettle, and stove because, guess what? Kendra, the so-called ride or die, was allegedly riding with Scrappy the entire time. Fumbles relationships like it's his day job. The same Scrappy who vowed repeatedly that he was just friends with Kendra has leaked messages and hotel receipts that tell a different story. Now that the internet is outraged, Jock is seeking retribution, and Kendra, let's just say, may require legal counsel and a public relations team. As for Scrappy Cold, he has gone radio silent, which only makes it appear 10 times worse. How deep is this betrayal? What receipts does Jock have? Why is he choosing this moment to drop this bombshell? So, just when we thought that young Jock had finally settled into this good guy phase, lounging in his barbershop and giving life advice like Steve Harvey, he drops a bomb so messy that even the producers of Love and Hip Hop were rocked. This isn't just some trivial reality TV drama, though. This is betrayal on a whole new level, like Shakespearean backstabbing with a Gucci belt. Let's go back a little. Remember when Kendra Robinson, Jock's wife, was out there telling the world that she was too good for Jock's past? She was stating that she was a lawyer and not. It turns out that while Kendra was busy sulking over Jock's crazy past, she may have had some skeletons of her own. Oh, those skeletons were wearing Lil Scrappy's chain. Yes, you heard me. Scrappy, the same Scrappy who was out here crying over Bambi, talking about how he wants his family back. He was allegedly playing family with Kendra behind Jock's back. With all of this foolishness, Jock is on every podcast ever. Obtains juicy sources, by which I mean some snoopy people with screenshots, who claim that Jock discovered the truth in the worst possible way, not through rumors, not even through messy group chats, but rather because of hard copy receipts. It is alleged that Jock obtained hotel reservations, text messages, and even some money transfers that indicate Scrappy and Kendra were much closer than they should have been. As you are all aware, in the realm of celebrity scandals, money transfers are like leaving your fingerprints at the crime scene. But let's talk about these texts because, as a Jock, you should not have just seen a few nice messages. This was disrespectful on a whole new level. It seems that Scrappy and Kendra were communicating in codes, and not just ordinary codes, but dirty, cunning codes that got me messed up. One message purportedly read, "You know I don't regret anything. You always knew where my heart was." Excuse me, your heart, Scrappy sir. You just spent all of last season crying about how much you wanted Bambi back, and now we're talking. Considering hearts and regret, this man is a professional blunder. To make matters worse, another message purportedly stated, "I hate sneaking around like this. We deserve to be happy without sneaking around." At this point, Kendra might as well pack her lawyer's badge and go straight to divorce court because there is no spinning involved. However, the crazy part is that the Jock wasn't even looking for this tea. Yes, he wasn't even out here being a detective. Imagine simply going about your business, trying to run your. If there's one thing we know about Hollywood drama, it's that leaks don't happen by accident. Someone wanted Jock to know that someone wanted this to be exposed. And you know what that means. There's a snitch in the crew. Now, let's break this down logically. A random number sends you screenshots of your wife and your friend acting like a whole situation. Now, the real question is, who sent the receipts? Knowing and not approving, someone became enraged enough to expose them, and someone was waiting for the right opportunity to spill the tea. We could sit here all day and try to figure out who it was, but you already know that the streets are whispering that Bambi might be involved. Yes, it's Bambi, Scrappy's ex-wife, the same Bambi who got played left and right before eventually leaving. I'm not saying she leaked it, but I'm also not saying it because, let's face it, who else would have access to Scrappy's messages? Bambi has been telling us that Scrappy was a habitual line stepper, but this is next level F. This is where things get really messy because if this is true, then Scrappy wasn't just out there ruining his marriage. He was also out there playing undercover lover in Jock's marriage. However, you see, Jock is different. He's not one of these quiet, let's handle this in private type of dudes. No, Jock is petty, as you all recall when he embarrassed Kendra on national television. Last time, well, baby, if you thought that was bad, you're not prepared for what he just did next because instead of sitting on this information and crying about it behind closed doors, this man went straight to the internet. Now, I need you all to realize how crazy this is in the world of celebrities. Normally, when you catch your spouse cheating, you usually hire a lawyer and post a vague, "I deserve better" message on Instagram and move on. But in the case of Jock, he chose violence because within hours of receiving those receipts, he launched his podcast. Jock began leaking information on his Instagram live as if he was getting paid per view. Listen, he wasn't even trying to be classy about it. I wish him the best energy, but let's keep it private. This man was laughing, making jokes, and dragging them both. At one point he said, "I was wondering why my wife was always so invested in Scrappy's love life. Like, damn girl, are we a PR team or something?" Only to discover that she was simply keeping tabs on her circumstances. He didn't merely criticize Kendra and Scrappy. He essentially asked the entire industry to keep him off the group chat if they had secrets. He said, "You guys better stop playing with me. I have enough receipts to make love and hip-hop cancel itself. Keep running your mouths, and I must start dropping them." Now he's holding the entire hip-hop community hostage. Baby Jock said he had time today, and that's where the trouble starts. If you thought that Jock exposing them was crazy, wait until you hear what Scrappy did next. Following young Jock's shocking revelation, social media was ablaze with gossip blogs, Instagram comment sections, and group chats as everyone tried to determine just how deep this scandal actually went. At first, people assumed this was just another love and hip-hop stunt or some stage drama for ratings, but it was actually personal, and the way Jock was acting. Oh, he wasn't doing this for clout, he was out for blood, and Scrappy's damage control clarified it that this man was scrambling to see most. When caught in a scandal like this, people usually do one of three things. They either remain silent and let the drama fade, play the victim and act as though they're being lied to, or come clean, apologize, and hope that people move on. But Scrappy, no, he chose the worst possible course of action. Instead of clearing his name, he doubled down on the lies, like we hadn't already seen the receipts. Late at night, Scrappy hops on Instagram Live looking stressed. You know that look, shirt off, pacing back and forth, rubbing his head as if he had just learned that his car got repoed, and the first thing he says is, "Man, you believe anything, bro, like real talk, you just run with whatever the internet tells you. That's crazy." Oh, here we go, the classic, "You believe anything" defense, sir. Be for real. Jock pulled out receipts, screenshots, cash transfers, and hotel bookings. And this isn't just a random Twitter rumor, but Scrappy wasn't finished. He continued, "Joke it, my brother, we've been through too much for him to be out here spreading lies," adding, "I would never do anything like that to him, Kendra." Let's be clear, Scrappy could have simply accepted responsibility and said, "Yo, I messed up. I was in a bad place or something." Instead, he tried to gaslight the entire internet as though no one believed him because this isn't the first time he's been messy in relationships. Remember when Bambi called him out for cheating constantly? This is the same man who was bouncing between Erica Dixon Shea and other people. Johnson and Bambi were acting as though he was in a relay race. And the worst part was that while Scrappy was out here denying everything, someone else was getting ready to spill even more tea, and guess who Bambi's revenge was? Bambi had been quiet ever since she left Scrappy, and she had already spoken about how he treated her and washed her hands of him. But this was personal because if Scrappy was making out with Kendra while still pleading with Bambi to take him back, then he was playing both of them. Bambi posted this shady little message on Instagram stories, saying that some men truly believe that you are untouchable. She said that no matter how many times you lie and cheat, Karma won't catch up to you, but trust me, it always does. She didn't need to go out into the world to know who she was referring to though, because she was already aware of it. As if that weren't enough, Bambi went live looking perfect, sipping on something pricey and laughing. This is the messiest thing I've ever seen in my life, and I thought I had never seen anything like it. It's all, but these few couldn't be me. Listen, Bambi was having a great time watching Scrappy's life fall apart when she said, "The real dabber men love to play dumb when they get caught, but trust me, nobody is lying to you. Nobody is making anything up. If you did it, own it, stand on it." Boom! She then confirmed everything, and now not only is the jock exposing him, but his own ex-wife is also co-signing the drama. If things couldn't get any worse, Kendra finally speaks at this point. Kendra Robinson had been hushed, no posts, interviews, or anything. But when a scandal became too big to ignore, a public relations team stepped in, and Kendra finally released a statement. Could she deny it, explain it, or apologize? Nope, she made the most well-considered lawyer-approved statement ever. "I am not participating in rumors, gossip, or misinformation. My marriage is my business, and I will not allow outside noise to dictate my truth. Thank you, girl. Bye." We all know that when someone does not participate in rumors, it means the internet is letting her have it, and the rumors are true. The Shade Room, Twitter, TikTok, and others were dragging her sister. They said you did it and went. You fumbled your entire marriage for Scrappy. The worst part is that while Kendra was out there trying to contain the damage, you know who was watching this whole mess unfold and getting the last laugh? Young Jock. After seeing Scrappy lie, Bambi threw shade, and Kendra dropped her feeble statement. The jock then posted a video of himself laughing on Instagram without a caption. Jock said he was watching the circus while sipping his tea, and to be honest, he won. Scrappy was caught, Kendra was being dragged, and Bambi was laughing her way to the bank. Jock is just sitting back and waiting to see how much worse this gets because, believe me, it's not over yet. Okay, so Scrappy is drowning, Kendra is avoiding bullets, and Bambi is sipping her tea while the internet goes crazy. But guess what? The mess isn't over yet because he chose to go. This was the last straw because, up until this point, Jock had been playing it cool by leaving hints and laughing on Instagram, allowing Scrappy to dig his own grave. However, Scrappy went too far in his Instagram live rant, saying, "Man, you love drama. You love tearing people down. You act like you know what's going on, but you don't know the half of it. I don't have to explain myself to anyone, and Jock is my brother. He's just talking out his neck, boy." If Jock was upset before now, it's crazy how men play the victim when they are exposed. But let me be clear that I didn't say anything that wasn't true. If you want to play dumb, let's talk about it. Let's discuss the other times you've been out here moving recklessly. Let's discuss the real reason your marriage fell apart. Let's talk about how you were crying in my direct messages. He was furious because CJC isn't just some random dude running his mouth. This is a man who knows far too much. When Bambi left you, my goodness, there were receipts on top of receipts, and Scrappy had no way out. Then, in the ultimate power move, the jock said, "If I was lying, why did you call me right after I said it? Why did you text me talking about we need to talk? If he is so innocent, why are you panicking?" At this point, Scrappy was unable to say anything. He couldn't deny it. He couldn't clap back. He was done, and the internet went crazy. The hashtags #Scrappy, #exposed, #J said what he said, and #Bambi was right, and trending memes were flying. People shared videos of Scrappy's previous love and hip-hop altercations, saying things like, "Bro, you had all this energy for other dudes, but now you're quiet." Even celebrities started reacting. When Swana tweeted, "Ain't no way Scrappy got caught like this." Elon Charleston White, you'll know he had to say something. He went live talking about Scrappy, saying, "Boy, you got here looking bad. You done messed up in too many places. Go sit down somewhere, son." Bambi suddenly doubled down. By this time, Bambi had already said enough and convinced the world that Scrappy was lying. But when Joe, the last thing she said was that she went live again, this time feeling as carefree as ever with her hair and nails done. She sat there drinking a drink and scrolling through her phone, letting the comments fly. After 2 minutes of silence, she said, "Ladies, this is why you have to let a man embarrass himself because, trust me, he will." Every time Boom dropped the mic, she didn't say any names because everyone knew who she was talking about. And now Scrappy wasn't just. After all of this chaos, we had to figure out who really won. Scrappy lost badly after being caught creeping with Kendra, and his best friend lost all credibility when he tried to gaslight the internet. Kendra, perhaps even worse, lost her reputation as a moral lawyer and was dragged for cheating with Scrappy. Everyone had to sit there while the jock got the last laugh, and Bambi, without even trying, got the last word. Right about Scrappy all along, he appeared unconcerned, booked, and busy. Young Jock, the biggest winner, didn't just expose Scrappy. Instead, he ruined him. He sat back and let the receipts speak for him. And you know what's the crazy part? Jock never even had to apologize because, let's face it, this scandal isn't going to be forgotten anytime soon. Scrappy's entire brand was about being a real person, a family man, and someone who realized his mistakes. But now, whenever he posts, people will leave comments like, "Where is Kendra?" asking Jock to be honest every time he goes live. Similarly, whenever Bambi posts, people will say, "Girl, you dodged a bullet," and "Kendra, you better lay low for a while because once the internet turns on, you aren't coming back." But let's give credit where credit is due. Jock played this perfectly. He waited for the right moment, spoke the facts only, and then just sat back and let Scrappy ruin himself. Ultimately, the truth always comes. Right now, the only question is, who will be the next to be exposed? Because if this drama has taught us anything, it is that these reality stars remain messy, and the internet will always be watching the end few. This drama was crazy, but tell me who you think Scrappy will ever recover from this, or is his reputation permanently damaged? What about Kendra? Should Jock take her back? I know you have something to say. Furthermore, don't forget to leave a comment if you want to see the most recent celebrity drama. Hit the like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications you would rather not see buttons for exclusive tea and shocking scandals. Miss the next thing that's coming up.